Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. Are you ready to go? LB, are you ready to go? Nikki, you ready to go? We're going to do this. Laura, you ready to go? All right, we're going to do it. We're going to kill it.
Are you ready?
Every one of us. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. We are going to kill it.
Yes.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Are we recording? Yes, we are recording.
Okay. Oh.
So, welcome back, sippers, to another episode of 4 Sips In. Tonight we have Brianna.
Hey.
And Laura.
What's up?
And LB.
Hey.
And I am, of course, Nikki. Tonight was my night to host. So the wine that I chose to bring is called Miraval.
It's very pretty.
So there's a story behind this wine.
Okay.
This is the wine that Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, this is from their winery.
Oh, okay.
And that winery's been like the hot button in their divorce.
Oh.
Because
just fighting over it?
No, he wants it and she wants to get rid of it, but she sold her shares without getting approval from him. So they're trying to block that sale so that he can get all of this stuff from her.
Oh, God. Whew.
So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think your kitty cat.
I was like, it wasn't that shocking. I'll be like, that's a pretty typical business move.
What is going on? Cats are like, I'm like a magnet for cats.
Telling you,
This past week.
Huh.
Yeah, and I'm pretty allergic. Like when they get here. So anyway,
Weird.
simmer down.
So,
All right. Yep.
Oh,
That's a cool
wow.
bottle. It's like
it's
short
a very pretty
and
bottle.
fat.
Yeah.
I saw the girl. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
I specifically got this because it was the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie wine. But I've had it before. It's a good wine.
Does it have anything on the back?
What kind of wine is
It
it?
doesn't really have anything. It's a rosé. It's
Oh,
a coat, one of those coats too. But the only place I know to get it in town is at World Market. So I had to go to World Market to get
World
it.
Market has a great wine selection.
They do.
Oh, let me tell you.
Had a good
You
time
get
in the
all
World
the
Market today.
wines.
I walked out with quite a few bottles of wine, and I was like, what is wrong with you?
I want you to know that I once flew a bottle all the way back from Napa because I thought like, oh, well, I've never seen this anywhere. So I flew all the way back from Napa and we had like the worst flight back. I mean, we ended up in like layover. So I'm like, there's no way this wine makes it in this suitcase. And they lost our luggage and it ended up having to be, delivered to our house the next day. And we were already like 36 hours of travel.
Oh,
and
wow.
and the wine did make it back, and then I went to World Market that week and I found it there. And it was just salt in the wounds,
Yeah.
When we went on our honeymoon to Jamaica, we got a bottle and brought it back, and we drank it. Then we're like, thinking it was like, this is Jamaican rum.
Oh, yeah.
And only here in Jamaica can we get this. And then we found it in the store, and we're like, okay.
So it's a rosé paired with.
It is paired with some little snack tray thingies, some I guess adult Lunchables with some cheese and crackers,
that's right.
and some salami and pepperoni, and then we have some
Yeah, finish it off.
I feel like I need to take a picture for all of you of this glass of
This
wine.
is a good pour.
That Nikki just poured herself. I mean, she poured us all good glasses, and then look what she gave herself. Nikki, I'm gonna need you.
last
You had
time.
to finish it.
That's a good one.
y'all know that's how you fill your wine up at home.
Yeah, I'm not hating or saying
no,
no.
I'm not a huge ass coffee cup.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was doing the last time I filled mine up. You remember I gave you a little drop, a little gulp.
And then we also have some fall festival pretzels that looked like fun. So
They
'cause
do
I
look
am
fun.
ready for the fall.
Yes, me too.
So ready for the heat to go away.
Yes.
Do you want me to go ahead and open this?
I want to try this wine.
It's good.
It's rosé.
Yeah, get that second bottle ready.
Decent.
It's
Yeah,
decent.
It's decent.
You don't
I
like
don't
it?
typically like rosés though, but
Yeah.
it's
I
good
actually
for
like
a
this one.
rosé.
It's not very sweet. It's not very dry. It's kind of like in the middle.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's good.
It's fruity.
Yeah,
To me.
it does have a fruity,
Yeah.
but it's not like overpoweringly
Oh, bless
sweet.
your heart. What's wrong?
Oh,
Do we need an adult? You're adult.
I just need Nikki to do that.
We're already into the second bottle, guys.
We're not really into it yet. Okay,
Yeah.
now.
Just open it.
We're just letting it breathe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Letting it breathe. We just struggled on opening it.
Okay.
Okay. Can I put that there, or what do you think?
Here, yeah, put this down there.
Okay.
And then you can put that there.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
All right, we're
All right.
coordinated now.
We figured it out, everyone.
We've got it all figured out.
And we will be right back.
Hey sippers, this is Brianna from 4 Sips In. If you love candles as much as I do, check out Great Bear Wax Company. The soy wax candles are hand poured in small batches and the scents are amazing. Use code Brianna for 10% off your purchase on burnbear.com. Hope you enjoy.
So we have introduced ourselves, the wine, the snacks. So I guess it's time to dig in
To the topic.
Yeah, what are we talking
Introduce
about?
the topic.
Okay. So I really, I need y'all to know, I just really struggled. Like, I knew I wanted to do this wine. There was a lot of struggling on trying to figure out what kind of food I was going to bring. I went to like 3 different places and finally just said we're going to do these Lunchable things.
Perfect.
That's fine.
Perfection.
And then I was also trying to figure out like what are we going to talk about. And so I decided I wanted to do icks. So some of your icks. So I texted y'all all and asked y'all to come up with some icks. For
I don't know why that sounds weird to me. It's just like my brain's going.
I think it's supposed to sound weird. It's just kind of give you the ick, you know?
Yeah, gives you the ick. So for those that don't know what an ick is, it's something that somebody does that just like completely just like
Repulsive.
makes you
To
want to
you.
gag.
Not necessarily
Yeah.
like to everyone,
Yeah.
but to you.
That makes it where you just don't want to ever have to talk to them again. So
Well, I'm going to sit back and drink my wine and be entertained.
You didn't come up with any icks? You don't have any?
I mean,
Mine all turned out to be pet peeves. Like I didn't understand the sign.
Yeah, I didn't write a
really
2-page
have any
list
icks.
like Laura
no,
did.
I'm just ready to hear about what y'all have to say.
okay. Well,
Okay.
I think some of mine ended up being pet peeves too. So I think I was a little off on that, but I think we're fine.
We can
to
soften
say,
it a little.
Yeah, we can say pet peeves too.
Wow.
I came up with a 2-page.
Wow. I feel like I should.
Nikki gave us a heads up before we came. So
Yes.
we came up with some things so we weren't flying.
So y'all want me to go first?
Are we just gonna go like one ick at a time
I think
and then
so,
discuss
yeah.
the icks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
However you want.
And hey, can we play a drinking game? Every time somebody says the word ick, you take a drink. How about?
I'm down for that.
All right, cool.
And
At
if
least
we-
for this first glass.
If we agree with the ick, we have to say ick.
oh, you just said it twice. We should drink.
Oh, crap.
Oh,
You'll definitely need that second bottle.
okay. So my first ick is darn it.
Wait, everyone or just the
Yeah,
person
girl.
that says it?
Everyone, we're in this together.
Oh,
This is gonna end.
I gave y'all big bottles.
Really?
Big glasses. Whenever anyone that you are talking to and they say, I seen that instead of I saw, like
Yes.
immediately I will stop listening to them. I don't want to hear anything else from them. It drives me nuts. It drives me up the wall. And I try my best not to correct them on it, but I can't stand.
What about I synced? I synced
Oh,
it.
God,
That's even worse.
Same.
That might be worse. Yeah.
That's worse.
Same. I seen it. I seen her going,
I synced her.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, Laura.
Like I said, I sort of did pet peeves, and it turned out to be like just a list of shit that my husband does that gets on my nerves. But that first thing, this is with
Oh
anyone.
no.
Well, I mean, he's the only thing I have to like think about, you know, like on the daily. So the first thing that really, and this is anyone, is drinking anything while you have food in your mouth.
Oh.
While you have food in your mouth. Like, I don't understand that. You're ruining the food. How can you do that to the food? Like, I appreciate food so much. Like, I just give it a little bit
Yeah.
more respect than that. And when you drink while you have food in your mouth, it just drives me. It's an ick. It icks me.
That's true, Laura.
Is it a verb?
I don't know, but
Okay. One for me is people who are rude to wait staff.
Say it again.
If you are rude to waiters or waitresses, I will have the strongest desire to get up and leave the table.
Yeah.
That and like whenever like you're sitting with them and they're being rude and you're embarrassed about it already and then they're sitting there saying they're not gonna tip or something like that, that like sends me over the edge.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, that would absolutely send me.
I'm
over
gonna
the
play
edge. I don't
off
think
that.
I've been in that one.
because not saying please and thank you is another one. Like, if you like say something and you don't follow it up with please or thank you, that's another one for me. Sort of goes together.
Yeah, just manners.
yes.
Just be respectful.
Respect everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I thought about a couple, but I just can't remember. Was that you or me?
That was my fault.
Oh, okay.
You can use my list.
Maybe.
All right, I'll go again while you're thinking. People who chew with their mouth open.
Oh.
This one?
That gives me yes.
Like a cow.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
gives me the
No.
ick. I guess I understand.
Oh,
I said it.
I guess I get it if you have a really bad, stuffed nose or something and you can't breathe otherwise. But barring not being able to breathe, I think one should just close their mouth while they're chewing.
And while they're doing, like, what makes it even worse is when they smack. Like that.
Oh, if it's loud too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who try to talk to me when I'm walking and have headphones in, because if I'm on a walk, like at the river walk, and I've got my hair in a ponytail, you can see the headphones. You know I don't want to talk to nobody. Stop trying to talk to me.
Who tries to talk to you?
Random people.
Like trying to date you? Like
No, just talk. Like, hey, how are you? That's such
Like
a
people
cute
that know
dog.
you?
No.
Oh.
No, it's just the comments.
Just people
that-
being nice.
Yeah.
Human interaction.
But it gives Nikki the ick.
No.
Oh, no.
You want another one from me?
Did you come up with one yet, LB?
Trying to think about it.
We don't have
I
to
know
go in
there's.
order,
I
just
know.
throw 'em out.
Yeah, I'll get there.
So along with my walks is whenever people ask to pet my dog when I'm walking, because it stops me and I lose my what do you call it? Your pace. I lose my pace and then I'm like having to catch back up. It really gets on my nerves. Yes, I don't like people interacting with me ever.
Well, I mean, like, I'm just thinking, who would stop a stranger to pet their dog unless you're like a kid?
Kids and adults are like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful dog. Can I pet it?
I'm hearing you need to go walking without the dog.
Well, I have been because he gets too hot right now. So.
I've got just repeatedly clicking your pen, doing this.
I do that all the
Absolutely
time.
no
It doesn't
reason.
bother me at all.
Like, that's insane to me. I don't understand the need. That will drill a hole right through my head.
Drill a hole.
Drill a hole through my head.
I know this one's controversial. Everyone's not going to agree with it. But smoking and dipping give me the ick. An ick so bad everyone should drink.
I will go one further. I cannot stand the smell of spearmint because of the spearmint dip. So anytime anybody has like a spearmint gum or anything, like it makes me think
I
of
got
like
you bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Interesting.
I really can't do the dip thing in the when they spit it and they
Oh,
hold
in
their,
the water
they hold
bottle
their
or
water bottle
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
It grosses me out. But like along that same line, if somebody has something in their mouth and it's like paper or something and they make it wet, like
I'm sorry,
it
why is
grosses
this
me
happening?
out. Like so, I
Like a
remember
paper straw. Like,
paper
imagine
straw
a paper
or a
straw.
toothpick. Or I had this teacher in 9th grade science who thought it would be fun to do duck calls in his classroom, and it just grossed the shit out of me. Like, he had this duck call thing, and it was just like cardboard or something. And so, like, I freak out at any time if they floss, if they have a toothpick, if they put paper in their mouth and they're chewing on something.
So
a
do you
straw,
floss?
Something. Yes, I can do it.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you just can't
I
watch
can't
someone
watch
else.
other people.
Okay, yeah.
And to take another step further, another weird step further, I cannot watch someone else cleaning their ears. That's why. That's why me and Matt have to get ready separately. Like, if he's cleaning his ears and I see it, I will stop and deactivate. Like, the door's getting shut. Like, I want absolutely nothing to do with him. Anyone tries to do that in front of me, it's done. It's over.
Interesting.
But is that weird?
I don't know. I guess
I find it funny.
Yeah, I haven't run into
That didn't even make my
issue. I don't
list.
think
I
so.
forgot about that. You reminded me.
I feel like the duck call would have gotten me, though. That would have sent me.
Because
That
of
would
the-
have given me.
Because of the cardboard
Yeah.
or because of the call?
Yeah, probably just the call.
Well, like,
But probably
he used
the
to-
cardboard too. I mean, that is strange. You're right. I mean, that is odd. I couldn't
used
figure
to
out why
make
people
us-
were putting paper in their mouth. Luckily, LB came in with the straws.
Yeah.
I get
And
the toothpick.
toothpick.
I get why people need toothpicks.
I don't even like the paper straws whenever they've gotten wet from the drink.
Yes.
Like,
I can't.
ooh, I hate drinking it. Ooh,
Yeah.
My son, he used to do, like, make us memorize bird calls. Like, we would have to listen to birds and identify the bird based on the call. So it was like a whole thing.
What?
So that's why I think he did the little duck call thing, but he was a hunter. I don't know. But just seeing that in his mouth, I used to just want to vomit all over his floor. I shouldn't have.
What class were you taking?
It was
were you
a
in to
9th
memorize
grade
bird
science.
calls?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a teacher wanting to do their own thing. That's some interesting educational.
Brookwood High
They were
School.
not.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so
You went to
funny.
Brookwood?
Mm-hmm.
Want me to ask you a question later? So mine is like an office thing. People who like work in a system that everything they have to type all caps in, but they don't take the caps lock off whenever they send an email. And so they just send emails yelling at everybody.
Screaming at everyone. I had that happen the other day. Literally had that happen. And I was like, why are you yelling at me?
That one gets me.
Or Teams messaging in all caps because they haven't taken it off.
Because I do feel like the people are yelling at me.
Yeah.
Please stop. I did not do anything to deserve
not that
this.
serious, Susan.
Yeah, it's not.
Calm down.
Exactly. It is not that serious.
Ellie, have you come up with any? Have we given you any ideas?
I mean,
How do you have zero?
no,
Just
I'm not.
nothing
No,
bothers
I'm not
you?
saying I have zero. Trust me. When I get home, I'm gonna point them all out. No doubt about it.
It's just on the spot.
Yeah, I'm just. I don't know. I mean,
Just not there.
yeah, which is fine. I'm enjoying this because I mean, I thought about 3 before I came here, but it's like I can't think about it because I'm listening to y'all because I want to listen to y'all. But if I'll zone out if I try to think about
I just thought of another one.
it. Okay.
Strangers who stand too close to you.
Oh, yeah, in your space
And,
bubble.
you know,
Yes.
I feel like 98% of people know when it's too close. And for some reason, there's this 2% that either doesn't know or they don't care. But they're just
don't
right
care.
there.
Yeah.
They're right there. And you can try to move and they'll be right there again because they don't get it.
Yeah, nope. If I can see the specks of color in your eyeballs, you're too fucking close.
Yeah.
Like,
I
move
thought
back.
of one.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. When you get gas and you touch the gas handle and you don't sanitize or wash your hands and then you touch your food or your face.
Oh.
Wait, I'm guilty. I don't wash my hands after I pump gas.
It is not like, ew, like it's more like I think about how many hands have touched that.
I did that in COVID. I did think about it in COVID.
So that I just like, and it's, it's fine. Like I'm sure I do it sometimes, but I always have hand sanitizer and stuff. But that does kind of that's the germaphobe in me coming out. Like, like I see Preston do it, and like he gets so mad at me because I'm like, you need to sanitize your hands.
Do you have like hand sanitizer in your purse? Like
Well, in my car and back. They're
just
in
offer
places.
it to him.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I was just like trying to like not say things.
Hand
Like,
sanitizer.
I hate period just pumping gas. Like the act of having to stop and go get gas like infuriates me.
It's just a waste of time.
Yes.
It's necessary, but it
takes all my money.
It's like standing in a line or going
If
to
I
the bank.
ever get married again, the person is going to win me on the fact that they go, oh, let me go fill your car up. That's how they're going to win me over. They don't even have to ask me to marry them. I'll just marry them.
Just for filling your car up?
Yeah.
Or you could just go electric and plug it in at home.
This
and
is
then
true.
you
Then you'd
don't
probably
have the
plugging
gas
it in.
issue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is the
But what if
act
the
of
power
just-
goes out and you can't charge your car?
You're walking.
Oh, darn. I can't go anywhere.
Darn.
It's like running
So
out of
upset.
gas. I guess. I don't know.
Is that like running out of gas?
I don't know. I'm not that
I guess
rich.
it is. I would
How
just
often
be.
does the power go out?
I mean,
I can only think of one time in the 5 years that I have lived in this house that the power has gone out for more than 30 minutes.
Mine's been out a few times.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah.
I have hours and hours, but the more rural you live,
Yeah. Ours are buried.
with the-
so
with the,
it's hard for them to go out.
Yeah.
If they go out, it's bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the tornadoes, I was out of power for like a week and a half.
Yeah. And it wouldn't
when
be
that big
like,
tornado came through.
that would just be like an anxious thing. I would be like, well, just think about the power being out. Like, worst case scenario. And you can't
Who
charge
do
your
you have
car.
like a charger?
Yeah, no, I
for
mean, I
your
think you
car?
just use your generator, right?
Are you I need a generator.
Yeah, a little charger for your car.
Yeah. Portable charger, generator.
I need my gas
Drive it
generator
to
to
another
charge
one.
my car.
Well, I mean, if you had you would just charge it a little bit to drive it to a charger that did have power. But at least you're not putting gas in the car. You're not having to pump it.
That's true.
I'm offering solutions here, Nikki.
I know. And I appreciate them. So, next husband, you can either pump my gas or buy me a Tesla.
Yeah.
And use hand sanitizer when you're done.
Okay. Specifically men, because they have armpit hair. Whenever they raise their arm and you see the hair and the clumps of deodorant in it.
Oh.
Nasty.
Yeah. That'll get you.
I don't guess I've noticed.
Like
Like clumpy deodorant armpit hair.
Ugh.
But on that same note, what really grosses me out is sweat. Any type of sweat.
So think sweat on top of that and little deodorant
Yeah.
balls.
Oh, God.
Sweat.
Ugh.
Like, if your face is sweating, and my husband's bald, you know, so, I mean, that bald head gets sweaty a lot. And he wears a lot of those handkerchief things, whatever they're called. Because of that, sweat grosses me out.
Yeah, guys' armpits I cannot stand them.
It icks me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sweat does it to me.
Yeah.
Drink. I know that's on here. I'm marking them off so I don't repeat.
Look at you.
Oh, here's one. And I don't think anyone else will really relate with me on this. But when I ask a very specific question, I really want that question answered specifically. And I'm going to give you an example because I know that might not make a lot of sense. But when I say, do you mind going to the store? I really am interested in knowing if you mind going to the store.
Yeah.
Okay is not an appropriate response to that question because that is not what I asked.
Right.
And this is like in top arguments that me and Matt have, this is like the top 1%. Because I'm very specific. Like when I ask...
That leads me to one. If you say you're not hungry, and then I catch you eating. Because I'm like, no.
You
You said you weren't hungry. Everyone here made plans around you not being hungry. I thought we have all decided that you weren't hungry.
Right.
You know, and it drives me crazy in, like, big groups of people, too, when it's like, okay, no one's hungry, so we're not going to do anything. And then one person goes and gets food, and it's like, why didn't you speak up?
Obviously someone was hungry.
Like, say something. We can solve this problem without creating chaos. Because if you go get pizza, then the other 10 people who weren't hungry suddenly need pizza, and now it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, if you're hungry, say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Say it out loud.
We do that too. Like, I'll be like, are you going to eat? No, I'm not hungry. I go make a plate. 2 minutes later, he's making a plate. Like, it's like, I thought you weren't hungry. Like, it's almost like...
It throws the vibe off,
It's
right?
almost like I go to make the plate, and all of a sudden, now you're hungry. Like, it's
Right.
like this weird domino effect. It's weird to me. I'm gonna call Nikki out on this.
Oh.
You're one of my icks.
Oh.
Actually, you're a couple of my icks. But
Yeah, this actually says I'm talking to you.
no,
She already called me out on one.
Did I?
Yeah. There
What?
was one. What was it? Clicking the pen.
Oh,
Oh,
That
you're
was
not
probably
the one
me,
that
too.
comes to mind.
But
Was
I
it
think
me?
Does that? But you might do it, but not
Yeah.
around me.
Yeah, I do.
with me.
Because you'll go.
Oh, do I?
See, I
I
take
will
it one
do
step
it.
further. I unscrew the pen and I screw it back. And I screw
Yeah,
it
you
and I
have to be
screw it back.
silent. If it's silent, I don't care.
Sometimes it's not. I've been called out on it a few times.
This is anybody, but you do it so much. So when we're having a conversation, I'm talking and I'm involved in this conversation. I'm actively listening, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I assume you're actively listening, and you stop and you check your watch, your Apple Watch, for whatever message is coming through. And I guess it could be a normal watch because you're just checking the time because you're bored as hell from talking to me. Like that.
I think you're looking at that the wrong way. It's
I might be.
usually
Anybody that does it gets.
Usually, I look at it to see if
it's
it's
important.
Piper. If
Yeah.
it's Piper,
I get that.
that's is it Piper coming through? Then no.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I get it. You got kids.
Yeah.
Things are
I
important.
got kids.
But,
All right.
you know.
Well, I've got one for you.
Oh, that I do?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, see, I told y'all it's going to be good.
Look,
Now it gets interesting.
self-awareness.
Okay. This applies to anyone, though. Not just you. I was just
But I
thinking
do
about
it.
you when I came up with it.
Okay.
Of when you don't provide any expectations of when you need something done, and then you ask for it very soon after the initial request.
Oh, yeah. Like no expectations, but then just like, hey, how are we at? Where are we at?
Yeah, we're
Is
I
this
do a
ready?
lot of
Is this
that.
done?
No, I do a
done?
lot of that because it's just like, hey, I need an update. Because I ask everyone for an update. No, you're right.
But I would just rather know exactly when you wanted it because I prioritize my
probably-
life around
It
timelines.
could literally be 3 months from now that it's needed, and I'm still going to ask you 2 days later, where are we at with that? Because that's how I am. But no, yeah, I totally get that. I see
You gotta
that.
manage. You gotta manage
Yeah.
the projects or whatever.
See, at least you're aware though.
No, I'm
right?
totally
like, at
aware of
least,
that.
At
No.
least you're completely aware of that. I just don't like feeling like I didn't do something or I disappointed
Yeah.
someone or didn't get something done. So then when it's like, when is this needed? No timeline. 1 day later. Hey, Brianna, do you have an update on that? I'm like,
That's so like on point for me though, because most people think I'm like on them, right? Like I'm like on, but really I'm just asking for an update. I'm just like, hey, what's going on? Because I
think it's because
Okay.
most people, whenever they have like a list of things to do, and they didn't pull yours to do first, they kind of feel guilty. And so whenever you follow up and say, "Hey, is this done?" or "Where are you at with this?"
even though I have 6 months to get it
Even
done.
though you have 6 months,
No,
that
it's
they're
not about
internalizing
you.
their guilt.
Nikki's right. It's not about you. It's about the guilt that I feel when it happens.
I don't know how to fix
That
that.
was the evil laugh.
Then I'm like, I know
oh no,
that
she's
I-
had to follow up with me.
Right.
I don't like when
Well,
people have
and-
to follow up with me. I like to get things done and people be happy that they're getting it, not feeling like I've done
And
them
normal
last. Yeah.
people would
Yeah.
come back 2 months later and you'd be like, oh, it's done. And they'd be like, thank you.
Yeah.
4 months in advance. And me, I'm like 2 days later, where's my shit? Like, where are we at with that? Because I'm insane. Like,
Yeah.
I think we've all...
Right. And like you have to remember too that a lot of times when we didn't get a deadline, like people like Nikki and I, we made the active choice to not do yours, like to focus on other things because you told us there was no deadline. So then
Right.
that's where that guilt comes in of you're like, I know that I made a choice to not do it. Because I could have, but I just prioritize other things where people gave me a deadline.
Like
Yeah.
things that were more important because mine literally has
Yeah.
no deadline. And you know what it is? It's just when I think think about it, I'm like,
You gotta check, yeah.
yeah. I'm
No,
like,
it's
I need
just-
to know what's going on. Like maybe
It's the
there's
OCD.
Yeah.
I need more wine.
Like I said, like I said, it's not really about you. It's just
Well, no, it sort of is.
It's,
But yeah, I could see that. That would probably. Yeah.
I think I know what another one is. Leaving wet towels or clothes on the floor.
Oh yeah, well, especially when the laundry basket's right fucking there.
Yeah.
Like it took the same amount of effort to throw it on the floor as
Yeah.
it could have to throw it into the laundry basket.
oh, see, I don't like wet clothes in the laundry basket.
See, I don't
That
even.
gives
I
me
put
the-
those. I put those straight in the washing
Yeah.
machine.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Because because it
It
doesn't
molds.
dry
It
in the
molds.
laundry basket, and then if I have to pull
Yeah.
out like dampness
Yeah.
with my clothes,
Yeah.
Mine is
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
general clothes on the floor because the child leaves her clothes wherever they came off.
Mm-hmm.
And I have walked into her bathroom before and I swear she has to walk around the pile of clothes. And like, how do you expect these to get washed if you're not bringing them to me?
Right.
That must be so you do her laundry?
Yeah.
Well, Dustin does his laundry, but he does the exact same thing. Wherever he takes off, like he's got a dog crate in his room, and there were like 3 T-shirts behind the dog crate. And I know for 3 weeks in a row, I told him do your laundry, and those T-shirts haven't moved. I'm like, when I say do your laundry,
Yeah.
that means all of your dirty laundry.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what are these 3 T-shirts here just chilling out behind the dog crate?
Yeah.
I'll pick that
Yeah.
up.
Whenever it's specific things like girls' clothes, like especially what you, have to
do special
pay.
stuff.
Yes, to like make them last longer.
yeah.
Because like the Lulu, the athletic stuff cannot go in the dryer.
Mm-mm.
You cannot put it in the dryer. It has to hang dry.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
that. He's doing T-shirts and sweats.
And then like you got like cheer uniforms. Like you just can't. Like I swear there were like 3 cheer uniforms in the dirty clothes, and I was like, where did these come from? You've only had one game. Why are these dirty?
Pep rally and
They wore the same uniform.
ooh, I got a good one.
Okay.
Holding your pen or pencil like this.
Oh, I can't stand that either.
Do people do that?
Yes.
I've
like
never
a
seen that.
caveman.
Like a caveman, yeah. And I don't know if the listeners can visualize this, but you have a fist and you're holding the pen or pencil. And the only reason I bring this up, it's the same thing with forks. If you hold your fork like this and you cut your meat and you do it, that drives me crazy too. But I've learned tolerance because Matt is missing a finger. And he has to hold it that way. And so I've learned to live with that. But it's hard. It's very hard. Like when I see him doing that, I'm just like, but baby, I love you. It's hard. It's hard. But anyone else who isn't missing a digit, like, what's your excuse?
Yeah. Okay, so this one is a little sexist.
Okay.
I'm down.
Okay. I
Bring it.
I love an iced coffee. I prefer iced coffee over hot coffee. Mm-hmm. But if I see a guy drinking iced coffee, I'm immediately just like,
Okay, I have a similar one with that, and it's with blue margaritas.
If you see him drinking like
if
a girl.
I see a guy drink a blue margarita, I'm like,
What's a blue margarita? Is it a blue, literally blue margarita?
Yeah, it's literally blue.
So
I think it
just
has
that?
blue curacao in it.
Just that girly drink? Everything
yeah,
else is fine? If you're drinking a Shirley Temple, you're good?
I don't know that I've seen that. That would...
probably
now,
have the same effect.
Would I make fun of it? Absolutely. I'm gonna do that. If, now, outside of wine, I'm mostly a bourbon drinker. So typically every drink that any guy orders, if it's not an old fashioned, is going to look girlier than mine. I mean, that's just how it is. And but yes, I do sometimes make fun of them for like how pink their drinks
face?
are. Oh, to their face,
Okay,
yes.
good.
No,
I respect
that would be rude to do it behind their back. I
Right,
let them
absolutely.
know. I'm like, man, every time I'm around you, your drink just keeps getting pinker. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. But no, I'm very honest about that.
Yes.
But it's all in good fun. It's just a joke. But in college, the guys who would drink blue margaritas, I was just like, why? Like, somebody has got to explain it to me.
Did they? Did they have a reason?
No, I didn't actually go up to them and tell them. I didn't know these people. But every time I would see it, I would just be like, no. No. Like, drink the regular one or maybe even the strawberry one if you're feeling frisky. But for something about that blue one, I was just like, why are the boys drinking this?
If you see a guy walking around with like even a Frappuccino cup, like it just like
Something about it being iced or cold.
Yes, like
That's
it's
crazy,
just like,
Nikki.
Yeah.
Wait, is that like no deal? Like they wouldn't even.
Yeah, that's a no deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
That doesn't really bother me.
But
And I will say, like, the blue margarita isn't a full no deal thing. I was just like, why are we doing it?
I'm gonna say I even think iced coffee is better, so I should allow it.
Right? Yeah, for the opposite sex, right? It's just the opposite sex.
Yes, but no.
No, you just don't allow it.
Mm-mm.
What if it has no creamer in it? What if it's like a cold brew or
The cup.
I think it's the cup. I think it's like the little plastic
Interesting.
cup. Yeah.
I don't get that one, Nikki.
Wait, LB, can you like psychoanalyze it for us? What does that mean?
No, I'm just sitting here thinking that your next boo thing is going to be sipping one while pumping your gas.
Oh, there you go.
Hot black coffee.
Would that cancel it out?
Yeah, would that
It would
cancel it out?
cancel it out.
Okay.
Like I hate pumping gas.
If
that
we
much.
rated our icks.
Oh. Done some.
Okay. Next thing that my next boo thing will not have.
It's a butterfly tattoo on his lower back.
Yeah, that.
That? Okay.
And a full beard.
Mm.
Because I think beards are nasty. I'm just going to say 2 words. What I think every time a guy comes in and he's got this long beard.
Wait, what's nasty? Like short
like,
beard
short,
or big?
Like short here is fine, but anything where like it's like,
Hanging?
yes,
Yeah, okay.
I only think of chin pubes.
Chin pubes?
Chin pubes. That's the only thing I can think of if a guy, especially if they've like put the oil in it.
Okay. So how many inches away from the chin is too much?
if it starts to curl, that is too much. Like if
I feel like if you can get a full hand around it and not touch your chin, it is too long.
My husband might have failed that test because he's got a little one. He's got a little.
That's not a full hand though.
Yeah,
No, it's not like
that.
a fist.
No.
It's not a fist. This really pisses me off. So when somebody says something and you don't hear them and you say what or would you what and they say it the exact same volume. So like if I didn't hear you the first time, speak the fuck up. Like if you're whispering, if I feel like you're whispering and Matt says this all the time, I'm not whispering, this is normal, the way normal people talk. But he'll say something and I'm like, what? And he says it at the exact same level.
I have to tell Piper to open her mouth when
I'm
she
like,
talks.
I can't hear you. Like I obviously can't hear you. And then I say what again and still at the same exact level. Like, make an effort. Like, maybe elevate your voice a little.
And then it somehow becomes that I'm old and I just can't hear her. And it's
And
no,
maybe so,
open your mouth when you talk. Like, if you are not opening your mouth.
Say it with your chest.
It's not coming out. Matt
But
mumbles,
usually
too.
I just,
Yeah, just not a lot.
All right. I've got another one. The baby talk voice.
Oh,
That's on my list. That's on my
Now,
list. Somewhere.
somewhere.
Wait. Baby talk.
yes.
Right here. You took mine.
Like now it is all over TikTok is like the trad wife voice and it's like the calm and concerned and just like infantile voice and it grinds
It
my
grosses me
gears.
out.
Yeah, it grosses me
It
out.
grosses
too.
me
I mean
out.
it's disturbing.
People
almost.
have tried that with me, and I'm just like, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Honestly, if I'm being honest, sometimes when you say snackies, it hits the nerve. Like, that's how, like, baby talk, I don't know what it is. And some girls, it's like their thing, like, it's their attraction. And I watch people on TikTok that do it, and I enjoy their TikToks, like, the baby talk. I don't know why, but for me, don't ever talk to me in baby talk. Ever. I'll just kick you right out. But yeah, that's a big one.
Okay, on that, old men who call random women baby, sugar, or sweetheart.
I don't know. I find it endearing.
I hate it.
Really?
I find it them trying to put you in your place.
Like demeaning.
Yes. Oh, sweetheart. Especially like if you're with someone and like you're at a restaurant and they're calling the waitress sweetheart or sugar or something like that. No.
Mm-mm. Yeah, to me it's all in how you say it. Do we know each other?
Depends on, the person.
Depending on the
Yeah,
situation.
to me it's like old men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Like-
if it's like my boyfriend or something and he's like, hey, sugar. Like,
yeah.
that doesn't bother me. It's like whenever you don't know someone and you're just trying to call them something besides their name because you don't know their name.
There's a grocery
Right.
store I go
Yeah.
to where the girl always calls me sugar or
Yeah.
baby. And to me, it's just like, aw. It's like you know each other.
It
It's like
doesn't,
we're
that
friends.
doesn't
Yeah,
bother me.
no.
It's old men.
Yeah.
It's men that
Yeah.
okay.
And I will say, I was leaving the gym today and I had a man say, like, my back was to him, but he just said, like, well, honey, you must play a lot of tennis with that tan that you have. And it just, like, immediately,
Yeah,
you know,
skin
my
crawl.
body tends
Skin
to
crawl.
up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, Brianna, you know, he's just trying to be nice. Like, just let it go. And so I'm like, oh, I just like to be outside, you know, just being nice. But I'm like, just the feeling that you just needed to comment on something that you just thought about with me. Like, you
Yep.
don't know me. You don't know my life. I don't play tennis. You don't want to find me anywhere near a tennis court because sometimes I do get out there and I'm really bad.
But do you wear the skirt?
But,
is that the thing? Is that what he's sort
Yes.
of commenting on? Okay.
Well, I mean, no, actually, I was not in a skirt at this point. I had just come from the gym. No, he really just said it was because of my tan.
You tan
He said-
pretty well.
Which I do tan well, but to me, it was just like
Don't
I
comment on
have
my
to
body.
make a comment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think that's
especially
the-
when, like, it's not like you said, good morning, are you heading out for tennis or something like
Yeah.
that? You know, it wasn't that at all.
Yeah,
like, this
your
was your
first
very
name
first
is
comment, and you
on
didn't
my
even
parents.
really say it fully to me because my back is turned, you and
Yeah.
your buddy are like saying it.
Yeah.
You know, so it just felt
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
ick.
Ooh, drink.
Oh, sorry.
share the pour.
Another one I have. When people unnecessarily grunt at the gym.
Oh,
yeah.
There are whole gyms that don't allow it because of how much
Planet Fitness is one of
that-
those.
yeah,
yeah,
that-
it's no grunt zone.
that it just irks people. But it just drives me crazy. Because I'm like, if it's,
Do they
if
really
it's too
need
much
to?
weight, stop. And I'm you don't
Yeah,
need to. It's
you
not
really
even
need
like,
to.
because, you know, if you did it on like one heavy lift or something,
Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe you needed to. Like a tennis swing where you're really putting your all into it. But I'm like, you are like curling 10-pound dumbbells. And you're like, I'm like, what are you doing?
10 pounds.
I'm like, y'all, no, stop.
Stop. What are y'all doing?
And if I can hear your grunting over my music,
Oh.
we have a
okay.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you should not be that loud. You were not doing anything that important
Exactly.
in that gym that we all need to hear you.
All right, I've broken up with someone over this.
Oh, okay.
So, you know when you get your food in a go box, okay? Well, typically I like, for whoever I'm with, to hold my to-go box when we walk out to the car. If you mix my food up into the car,
Oh, that's a sin.
Shane, yes,
What?
you hold it sideways, you mix it. Oh, yeah, that's a big deal. Especially if I say something and you make it worse.
Why do people do that?
I know!
Like if it was an accident, like
No, it
it was
was
in the
not an
car and it
accident.
got turned. But I mean, to just do that,
Just
that's
to
weird.
do that, like, don't mix my food.
Right?
And that's as bad as, like, eating it. Like,
Yeah.
I've
Well,
had
because
Okay,
sometimes
that's
you need to like
broken
cook that stuff
relations.
separately. That's...
That gives into one of mine. Do not reach your grubby, nasty gas station hand into my plate and grab food off of it.
yeah, that is not okay.
Especially if they have their own food.
Right.
Like, is that the person who orders the salad and says they're not really hungry and then wants to grab your fries?
Yeah, and just and like even like when they do it, it's like, and you're like, what the
Yeah.
no, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Oh. People staring at your forehead when they talk to you. I don't know why that drives me nuts. No, you're staring at my eyes. Literally staring at your forehead.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
That pisses me off. Don't stare at my forehead.
That would piss me off too.
Like,
I'm
you
trying
see,
to figure out.
I'm staring at your forehead right now. Like, you can tell I'm not staring at your eyes,
like,
right?
yeah. That is
I'm
weird.
Yeah.
That is odd.
Yes. People, and maybe it's an
People do this.
issue or a disorder or something. I don't know what it is. But when people do that to me, I'm just like, I guess that's the equivalent of like staring at my boobs. It's like staring at my forehead. I don't know. Maybe it's an issue.
Yes.
Either way, stare at my eyes.
Yeah,
Like,
that
look at
felt
my eyes.
odd. I don't want anyone to
It's
stare at
odd.
my forehead.
I know.
Like, that's weird.
I know people who
Because I'm
stare
like,
at
what are
your
you
forehead.
looking at?
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
It's off-putting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not the only one.
Okay,
Yeah, later you're going to have to tell me who does that. I need to know.
we're hitting fall, and I don't know how to say this one without Brianna going, "That's me."
That's okay.
This
She
one's
already
about
called
me,
me out.
yeah.
It's all right.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's not act like I was the only one to call somebody
Ever
out.
yell obscenities at a football game?
Okay, that's like most of the state of Alabama, though. That's not just
but
me.
it's like whenever you're sitting with a group of people and there's the one person in there that just stands up and starts yelling at somebody.
Oh, I don't do that.
That like is so it's more of secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like I'm embarrassed
Oh,
for them.
Yeah. No,
I can't
that is
stand
bad. The only time I yell obscenities is if the cheer has obscenities, which sometimes it does, but not.
I mean, I get like whenever you're like "Catch the ball," like that's one thing, but like standing
No,
up.
if
in
you're
there-
just
yeah.
like yelling at somebody, because on that, like, if you are yelling at a player personally about their performance, I think that's weird. Because I'm like, that's, you know, like an 18 to 20-year-old person and you're an adult, you should
And
probably
hey,
stop
newsflash,
that.
they can't hear you.
Right, they can't hear you. Now,
It's like
I
screaming
will
at TV.
say, my exception to that is if they have a domestic violence charge and you're chanting, he beats women, because I think that should, like, I'm sorry, if you beat women, then
So this is a
everyone
true
in the
story?
stadium,
Is
yes,
this
should be able
okay.
to call that out.
Yeah.
Yes, once Auburn played Oklahoma, and every time Joe Mixon got the ball, the Auburn fans chanted, he beats women, which he did, and then Tom and I liked to educate the crowd every time Dede Westbrook got the ball, too. He also beat women, but people forgot about that because it wasn't as on video. And so whenever he got the ball, we would chant, he beats women, too. Just to make sure everybody knew.
Yeah.
So, yes, if you beat women, I'm going to call that out. That's not even obscenities. I'm just going to let everybody know that you beat women. But typically I do that with the crowd. I'm not the lone person. You're right. The lone people just yelling random things
It's just awkward.
is an issue. And I also... We bring our children to every game, so we don't yell obscenities because then they would learn them.
Yeah.
And that would be really bad.
Do they
So-
learn it from the people around you? Don't they hear?
No, I mean, so with like our, major cheer that's super long, Andy just thinks that they're saying "Ward down, Eagle."
Oh, okay.
So that makes it a little bit easier. But when 80,000 people are saying the same thing, it's a little unclear what's being said, so it's not easy. Now, we did with our friend group, when we had kids first, we had a talk with our friend group about how we were going to have to Notre Dame this thing and go independent if they did not curb their language.
Okay.
But some of them curbed their language. They had kids, and some left too. So, but yeah, we did have that talk of like
Conversation,
we're
yeah.
gonna have to go independent because I don't want
I've never
my children
curbed my
repeating.
language around my child.
It just wasn't bad.
No.
I mean, was it?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I've
don't know
always
you
cussed.
to
I've always
cuss. Like,
cussed.
I don't know.
You don't cuss a lot,
know
though.
I
you
feel like I
cuss.
do. I feel like I do.
I don't think you do.
But
Yeah.
I've never curbed my language around her. I've said, hey, these are words you can't say. They're adult words, you can't say them. I don't know. And I feel the same way about like censoring like music and stuff. Like they're gonna find it. It's out there.
Right,
Like
yeah.
the more you say I don't want you listening to this, it's gonna push them to it.
Yeah.
So I just
No,
I don't know.
I don't censor music, and I don't like
Yeah.
when we listen to. I mean, mostly they just want to listen to Taylor Swift, and I mean, she has cuss words in some of her songs, and I don't make them listen to the clean versions
Right.
or anything like that. But we just, I don't know, we're just not big curse word people, so it doesn't really come up a lot.
my family cusses a lot.
It's just not.
Oh,
super
well,
common.
just imagine being a Yankee. Like,
Yeah.
the F word is in every sentence. But, that was, my mom, every other sentence was an F word, or sometimes multiple times in one sentence. But I must have done something right, and I don't know what I did right, because my son is 16, and he's like, Mom, can I say the D word? Can I say the H word? Like, he literally asks me, and then he'll say it if I
Yeah.
give him permission. And I always do, because it's something so,
Yeah.
like, so innocent. But he asked me, and I know he cusses on his own with his friends, because, I'm not
That's
naive.
what they do, yeah.
But when he's with me, he's very respectful.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I did, but
Yeah.
I don't think I changed in any way. I don't feel like I did.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
I just don't think I typically cuss, regularly, or definitely not like my mom. Yeah.
And we will be right back.
Hey, it's LB from 4 Sips In. Are you a mom who could benefit from postpartum support? Check out happymomswellness.com to learn more about this valuable monthly support that is delivered straight to your door. Use code PODCAST to get 10% off your first order of the postpartum monthly subscription boxes.
Okay, so roast and toast. So this week I'm going to actually toast Piper because we are 2 weeks into the school year. And bless her little heart, her last block is cheer. And then immediately after school she has cross-country practice. And then some nights she also has tumbling. So she is exhausted and worn out, and like she still does it. Like she doesn't complain about doing it. Like she enjoys the running, she enjoys it. So, and all of her grades right now are A's. So on top of just being exhausted, she's just killing it, and I'm very proud of her. We're only 2 weeks in.
Ninth
So
grade's
great,
a hard
though.
year.
Yeah,
like,
ninth grade's
it's
a hard
tough
year.
Yeah.
But just the going straight from an hour and a half of cheer to an hour of cross country and running, God bless her. So.
Just feed her Gatorade and beef jerky.
Gatorade, beef jerky, yes, like anything I can figure out. If anybody has any tips, I will take them. So, but very proud of her for that. My roast, because I've been having to do shopping lately. I do not understand the fact that we are in Alabama and it is August and it is like the 7th degree of hell right now. Why, when you go in a store, the air is not like a freezer? Like, if you want someone to come in and buy your stuff, you have to make it where they're comfortable. Otherwise, they're not going to buy a damn thing. They're going to turn around and walk out.
Especially if they're trying on clothes. That
Yes.
makes you hot.
Yes. And I thought it was just the Belk with the broken air conditioner,
Mm-hmm.
but it is every store I have gone in. Like, I am like...
It's too hot?
It is too hot, and you're trying on clothes, and it's like I'm fighting with
Sticky
them.
and-
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Nobody wants
So
that.
I've had the opposite. Like, everything's been too cold.
I want
So
it
you're
to
having,
be cold.
You're having
Yes.
okay.
I
everything's
want
too
it to
hot.
be cold. I don't know if maybe I'm going through menopause and I'm just really, really hot. Like, I don't know, but it is so hot. And I go in the store and, like, I'm trying on clothes and it's just like I'm sweating and I
No,
don't.
not
Yes.
No, not doing it.
So,
Yeah, turn down your AC, Belk.
yes. Like, make your air conditioner work, Belk in Tuscaloosa, please. Okay, so that was it. So, cheers to not having any icks.